I'm Hana.
And I'm Chevi.
We're hardcore adults.
Okay, well, we're trying to be. That's why we made this podcast.
To give you the life advice that you may or may not want.
Have you got your iced coffee?
Obviously. Okay, guys, welcome back to Project Iced Coffee, episode 10.
Woo! Welcome back, guys. We are so happy to be back with you again. Speaking of doing things, again.
Exactly. And we are listening to our fans because we got a lot of requests that we heard that you like the schmoozy episodes. You like when we schmooze and just discuss things. So we decided that this episode we're going to try out differently. Usually we have like a whole
plan,
itinerary and plan, but like we just decided we're like, okay, we're just going to schmooze and we're going to chill and talk about our week and how we're doing. And we're going to talk about our favorite things.
Yeah.
So Javi, how are you doing?
I'm doing really splendid. Thank you so much for asking.
I'm so glad.
Can you guess where I am?
I think you're in the city.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I have some really shocking news for everybody. I go to Stern.
What? Javi goes to Stern?
I know, shocking news, but I'm currently in New York City. I'm in Midtown in my dorm. And I just I wanted to bring this to you guys gently, but yes, I do go to Stern. Everyone stay calm.
Who would have thought that Javi goes to Stern?
I know. Really, it's crazy, crazy stuff.
Yeah. Do you have school tomorrow? I mean, okay, guys, we're recording this on the 14th, Valentine's Day. Tomorrow's President's Day. So, do you have school tomorrow on President's Day?
Fortunately, Stern has school on President's Day, but I think Queens doesn't, right? You guys are off?
I don't have school. I have off. Yeah.
It's a sad story.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Yeah, I mean, I only have one class anyway, so I have one class every single day.
Oh, fine. I mean, I only have 2 classes tomorrow anyway. It's not the biggest deal, but it's just that mindset of being off. If any of you guys are off President's Day or we're off, I guess you're listening to this after.
We're listening to this after President's Day.
If you had off President's Day, I'm happy for you. Enjoy.
Yeah. So what am I going to do with my day off tomorrow? Do you have any ideas?
That's a very good question.
I need to clean my room so badly. As you can tell, I usually record the podcast in my room, but it is such a mess. I dumped everything on my desk. It's such a mess that I can't even shove everything off and just be there. So I'm in my brother's room he's not home right now, so I'm just recording it in his room. Amazing. So I think that's gonna be my plan for tomorrow.
Cleaning up your room. That's a solid plan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
You could also, guys, Hana makes these really cool panini sometimes. She has a very fancy panini press situation.
It's a normal panini press.
No, it's a very fancy panini
so press. Normal, Javi. You could get one yourself for your dorm.
First of all. And then second of all, it's a very fancy panini press, okay? I have a sandwich maker in my dorm. It's not as fancy as your panini press. I'm not...
Oh, you have the half slice sandwich maker?
Yeah, in the office, when Michael burns his foot, so
yeah. That. No, that was a George Foreman grill.
Oh, pause. For all of our fans who don't watch The Office, if you watch The Office, you have to know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you better.
If you don't watch The Office, there's one episode where the main character, Michael Scott, he wants to wake up to the smell of bacon. So he wakes up in the morning, he takes out a mini portable George Foreman grill and he puts strips of bacon on it. Then he goes back to sleep. And then when he wakes up in the morning, he steps on it and it clamps down on his foot.
And that's the whole episode where he's pretending to be sick and it's so funny. Guys,
he pretends to be a cripple and he's like, I'm crippled. I have a burned foot. It's so funny. Anyways, so I have something similar to what he has it's a mini.
If
grill.
Anything, I think mine is similar to what he has. Mine is more of a grill.
I just want to be Michael Scott from The Office, Hana.
You know what? I'm more like Michael Scott.
Oh, okay,
I don't know if that's a compliment. I don't want to be like Michael Scott.
I think he's funny. He's a nice guy.
He's hilarious, but he's an attention seeker.
He is an attention seeker, but he has a heart of gold. At heart, he's a good person.
That's true. Yeah, he really has a heart of gold. He really, really cares about other people.
Yeah. Guys, if you watch The Office.
If you watch The Office.
If you watch The Office, or if you're normal and you watch The Office, then comment on our Instagram which of us is more like Michael Scott. Is it me or Hana?
Or you could comment which character we're most like. What character do you think you're most like?
Who do I think?
What character do you think I'm most like?
I think you're most like Pam.
Really?
Because of the art.
Art.
Yeah.
I saw that coming.
Yeah. I mean, you also have the same sweatshirt as her, the Pratt sweatshirt.
That's very true. Because art.
Because art.
Yeah. Okay, Javi, don't take offense to this. Because like I mean it in the best way.
Say Kevin.
But no.
Good.
I think you're like season 1 through 3 Ryan.
Okay.
Only season 1 through 3, because after season 3, like he gets psycho. But season 1 through 3, like he's practical, he's good, he's nice, like he's there to get work done, but like he still has a personality. But then you also need someone with a big personality because you also have a big personality.
Oh, so, thanks.
I also mean that in a good way.
I'm gonna take it as a compliment because I don't know what to do with myself.
Take it as a compliment. I meant it as a compliment. I meant it like more like the practical, logical, sane side of you. That like that part is like Ryan. But then you have a whole nother side of you that's like, yay, rah rah, Project Ice Coffee. And I don't know which office character that is. Maybe it's Kelly.
Hana, is that your best impression of me? Yay, rah rah, Project Ice Coffee. 5 years of friendship, and this is what you have to give me?
I cannot do any impressions. I don't think I could do an impression of you.
You have to imitate me right now. That's just what.
What's the line that you say? 5 points.
Okay, come on, you could do better than that.
What should I say? I don't know. I'm really bad at impressions.
Imitate me starting the episode. Like when I start the episode, how do I do it?
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, you ready for Chevi start? Okay, wait, I have to think about it and get into his mind. Hey guys, welcome back to Project Ice Coffee episode 10. We're so excited to be with you guys and to share this topic. So Hana, why don't you start us off with your iced coffee?
I sound so peppy.
I think that's what you sound like.
I'm down to sound peppy. I could be peppy.
You could be peppy. Yeah, you could. You definitely are. You're like very peppy in our podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Especially when you're starting it off.
That's true, guys. Okay. If you also think I'm peppy, then comment the puppy emoji because like
the puppy. Oh, you're a peppy puppy.
Peppy puppy. You know what else is peppy?
What?
Your iced coffee. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I'll be happy to tell you about my iced coffee. It's just a normal iced coffee. It's actually a teeny tiny one. I made it in a baby cup.
Nice.
It's really cute because it is 5 p.m. Nope, True. It's later. It's 5:45 in the afternoon.
Oh, it's almost 6.
I would love to get some sleep tonight.
Yes.
So, and we didn't have any decaf. So I made a regular Starbucks iced coffee with Califia vanilla almond milk.
Yum, yum, yum. Almond milk.
It's really good.
It looks really good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Guys, followers, listeners, and Hana.
Yeah.
I was in Trader Joe's the other day, and I happen not to be a fan of Trader Joe's cold brew. Like Trader Joe's makes their own bottled brew.
I love their cold brew.
It's so not my thing. I really
love their cold brew.
I don't know.
Like the concentrated one.
Yeah, like their concentrated cold brew.
I make it every summer. We keep it in a huge pitcher on our fridge and we go through it like every day. Me, my sister, and my mom, like we go through 10 a day.
Okay, I support it. You're welcome to enjoy it. It's really not my thing. I think it has a very funky aftertaste. I don't approve. But I did see that Trader Joe's started making instant cold brew coffee. So you know when you buy like Nescafe, like the instant coffee, and then you like pour water in it. So Trader Joe's started making that you pour cold water in it, and then it's like instant cold brew.
That's so interesting. I've never heard of that.
I know. It's really interesting. And I got it because in my dorm we have a mini fridge. So I wanted to buy as few fridge things as possible because we have very limited space. And the instant powder can go in the cabinet instead of a bottle of cold brew, which has to go in the fridge. Yeah. So I got it. And it's actually really good.
That's so smart. Like, look at you being a stern girl in a dorm.
Stop. I do try.
Yeah. That's really, really, I'm going to try it. That's so cool. Yeah.
I want to recommend it to all our followers. On the bottle, it'll say you should mix like a heaping teaspoon with 12 ounces of water. My pro tip is to put it like in the cup on the bottom and then just mix it with creamer and milk of your choice.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of water, because it's like also a good taste when you add water, but I find you get a stronger coffee flavor when you just use milk and creamer instead of water, but you get less coffee.
That makes sense. Well, I guess it's more if you like stronger coffee or like lighter coffee.
Yeah,
so I would mix it with water because I like lighter coffee. I don't like such a strong taste of coffee.
Yeah. So highly recommend, head out to your local Trader Joe's, pick that stuff up. It's good show.
Okay, I can't wait to try it. That'll be my summer thing.
So that could be also for tomorrow, that could be your thing.
It could be my tomorrow thing. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Oh, I do need to go to Trader Joe's. Maybe I'll go tomorrow.
Trader Joe's. This is not sponsored by Trader Joe's.
I know, I love Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. Okay, Javi, let's hear a joke for today.
Oh my gosh, okay, I have the best joke for today.
I'm so excited to hear it.
Okay, Hana.
Yeah.
Hana.
Mm-hmm.
How does Moshe make coffee?
How?
He brews it.
That's a really good one. I love Jewish jokes.
Me too.
They're so funny. Like not even just Jewish jokes. I love Jewish memes.
Yeah.
Jewish memes make my life.
They have to be done right.
Yeah. But there are some really good ones.
They're so funny. If they're done right, then they're very, very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so true. Oh my gosh, I love Jewish memes.
If you guys have any good Jewish memes, you can DM us on Instagram.
Please. We'll repost them. We'll
repost our favorites. Send us your favorite funny Jewish memes.
Yeah, they're such funny ones. Okay, so that was a lot of schmoozing. Well, we have more schmoozing to do because that's what we're going to do this entire podcast, right?
True. We have, though, it's organized schmoozing, which is
It's organized. Okay, fine. I actually really like that term.
Yeah.
Organized schmoozing.
Organized schmoozing. So let's get into this organized schmooze. So we wanted to give you guys a chance to get to know us better because that's the whole point of this podcast.
Yes.
I think, sort of.
And I mean, I guess to know us and then also like to give quasi advice.
Yeah. So
as quasi adults.
Through giving quasi advice, you guys get to know us, and through getting to know us, you get quasi advice.
Wow, that was a really good way to put it. That should be our tagline.
That's our new tagline, guys.
What is it again? I forgot already.
We'll think. We'll
listen again.
We'll listen again. We'll go back.
At least it's recorded.
At least it's recorded. All right. So let's start this off. We want to tell you guys our favorite stuff, our favorite.
Yeah. So we have like a list of favorite, like random favorite things that like we're just gonna ask each other what our favorites are because just to get to know each other better because we haven't seen each other in person in like months.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
And just to schmooze and so you could get to know us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Taga. Okay, Javi. So yeah, we'll start off with this one.
Okay.
Well, we already spoke about coffee because you said Trader Joe's. And I spoke about my iced coffee. So I'll start with this. What's something, this isn't a favorite, but like it's a good one. What's something that you can't leave your house without?
That's a very good question. Something that I could not leave the house without. I mean, I'm not going to say my phone because that's the obvious answer. I think no one can, at this day and age, the youngins at this time, no one really leaves their house without their phone.
No one leaves their house without their phone?
I will say that in my coat pocket, what I keep at all times, my AirPods, essentials. Mom is just essentials. Mascara.
Really? You bring mascara everywhere?
I bring it with me. I don't necessarily wear every day, but starting in Stern, I started to get in this mode of it helps me feel more productive just to have it. So I keep, a friend of mine recommended it to me. It's L'Oreal's Carbon Black Mascara. I think that's what it's called.
I think I have that one. Is it like a pink bottle?
No, it's a black bottle and it kind of like starts off a little bit skinnier and then as it goes down, it gets a little bit fatter and it's like tiered almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
I'll put a picture of it on the Instagram. It's a great mascara. Highly recommend.
Okay, cool.
So I always keep that on me. And then I always keep either chapstick or lip gloss or something.
Ooh, chapstick. Oh, chapstick is a big one. I have chapstick everywhere also.
Yeah. My brother was telling me that he will like buy 5 packs of chapstick at a time. Keep one in his apartment, one in his coat pocket, one in his car, one at his desk at his office. Like he keeps them everywhere because chapstick is essential.
That's also what I do. I bought a 5-pack and I have them everywhere. In my bag, in my room, by my desk, everywhere.
Okay, but here's my question. What brand of chapstick?
Oh, okay. Okay, can I tell you? We made a whole list of favorite things and I actually wrote a list on my phone because let me tell you, because I didn't want you to see my answers before.
Ooh.
I don't know. I just didn't want you to see my answers before. I wanted it to be a surprise. So this was actually one of them. This is the favorite cosmetic product that you're into now. So this one I put down. It's called this chapstick is Blistex Lip Medex. It's a lifesaver.
Ooh.
A lifesaver. Like I don't even know how to explain how much of a lifesaver it is. I think everyone in the world who has chapped lips has to use it. It comes in a little blue round container and it's like Vaseline, but it's better than Vaseline because like it's made for your lips. last year when I came home from Israel, I had the worst chapped lips. Like it was just disgusting. I look at pictures back then from a year ago from now, and my lips are gross. They're peeling, it's bleeding, it's disgusting, and it just feels gross. Chapped lips are the worst. And when I came home, my mom recommended this to me because I was using chapstick, but I was using just like regular tube drugstore ones. And she gave me this one, and my lips were cured in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so this really works, and I've been using it since. And this winter, I did not get chapped lips because I've been using it.
Okay, so the Ballistics blend is really good. I've heard people use it. I don't like that it comes in like a pot instead of as a stick.
I know it is a little bit annoying because then like you get your hands dirty and then you have to figure it out. But it's the best. It's better than sticks. It's better than Vaseline. This is literally the best.
I don't know, because then like you have to dip your fingers in it.
Yeah, you do. Okay, yeah, you do. It'll be 2 seconds. You'll get a tissue. You'll wipe it off. It's okay.
You know what, Hana? What if I don't want to get a tissue and wipe it off?
Well, you have to manage in order to get soft lips.
I don't know. I prefer to use something that comes in like either. I know a lot of people like Carmex, which is not necessarily my preference, but
oh yeah, I know a lot of people like that too.
People love Carmex. Burt's Bees is always a good brand. I prefer like the chapstick brand or EOS if I'm feeling fancy.
Oh.
Hana's putting on the Ballistics.
I'm putting it on right now. I put it on every second. It feels so good.
It's really funny, guys. I'm just like naming chapsticks. Hana's like rubbing chapstick on her lips. Sure. Too good. Way too good.
But it also like it also acts as like a lip gloss. So like look how pretty my lips look now.
Hana, they look stunning. They look beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, I highly recommend this.
Highly recommended by Hana. All right, Hana.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you cannot leave the house without?
So that's a really good question. So I put down chapstick because I have chapstick everywhere. I also put down a mask because you can't leave your house without a mask. But I wrote down like mask LOL because that's not my serious answer, but it's true.
Mask LOL.
Mask LOL. Even though you do need a mask. I'm not joking about the mask.
No, you do need it, but like everyone needs it. What's unique to Hana? So
this isn't something that I actually bring with me, but I wrote down that every time before I leave my house, this sounds a little selfish, but like I don't mean it in a selfish way. Like I always have to check like myself in the mirror.
That's fair. That's true.
Yeah, like we have a mirror right next to our door. Or even just in the mirror in my room. I make sure that like I like the outfit that I'm wearing, that I look good. I put on a smile, make sure that I'm doing good, and then I leave.
Right. So your go-to thing is just making sure like one last mirror check.
Yeah, so just one last mirror check just to make sure that we're all Gucci.
I feel that. I also have that, like, you know how Hana's been to my house a couple times, so when you come down the stairs from my house, there's a mirror right there. Yeah. So on my way out, I'll always stop like on one of the middle steps and just like, quick outfit check and then out the door.
Exactly. Same here. We also have right next to the door.
No way.
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Okay, should we talk about our next favorite thing?
I think we did.
Okay, what's your favorite style?
Okay, that's a good question. I don't know if I have a specific style.
You do, Javi.
I know. According to Hana and Rachel, you were talking about this, and they told me that I have street style. I don't know what that means.
It's like a casual and comfy look. Okay. Like you put on like a t-shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt, denim jacket, flary skirt, legging, sneakers.
Yeah, true. My go-to every day is long sleeve shirt, black flary skirt, and then either tights or leggings, then either sneakers or boots. Like if I'm wearing tights, it's boots. If it's leggings, then it's sneakers.
Yeah, so you're just like very casual. You like it's still a very put together look, but it's not like preppy. It's just a street, like comfortable, that type of look.
Yeah. I try to keep it sneeze. Obviously, we're gonna stay away from that word for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to get like not necessarily fancier clothes, but just nicer. You know, like instead of just long sleeve shirts, like
you have nice clothing.
Thank you.
You do. You have like nice t-shirts, or I usually see you in a crew neck.
Yeah. You
have comfy crew necks.
Yeah, well, the crew necks are good for like nighttime chill, you know, like if I'm just like sitting around. But if it's like during the day, guys, I will tell you my hack. Listen up, guys. Shein has really good sneeze clothes if you know how to.
Yes.
They really do.
Accurate.
This is my recommendation. You go on Shein, you go to the filters, and you put in shirts. You put in sleeve length as long or 3/4, and you put in neckline as, you know, just like click everything that's not V-neck or low neck or strapless, you know, like you play around with the filters, and then you get, not every single thing you find is going to be perfect, but by using those filters on Shein, I find that I can much more easily go through their site and find the things that are sneeze, cute, affordable, stylish. They have free returns, which I know online returns are annoying, but you can still do free returns. And that's where I get a lot of my nice sneeze clothing for very affordable. For under $100, you can get like 6 new pieces.
Exactly. I love Shein. I love those type of stores.
And yes, they did have that scandal. We're not going to discuss it.
No.
The mini Shein scandal, but they still have cheap sneeze clothing. So
they really do. I do like a Shein order every like 6-7 months.
Yeah,
like
every
the new season. Yeah, and you get a bunch of new sneeze clothing. I call it disposable clothing. Like it's a $7 shirt. You could wear it 5 times and then you have to throw it out. But okay, like you get 5 uses out of it for $7, which is incredible, and then you get a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, that is me. Hana, tell us about your style.
Tell me about. I mean, I told you about your style. Can you tell me about my style?
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I will say, like I said in last week's episode, Hana was very into Shabbos clothes on a Tuesday. I think that's changed a little bit, and I think you still always dress very like put together and nicely, and I always admire how you try to do like bold fashion choices, like sometimes a camo skirt, like a camouflage skirt with a denim shirt.
Thanks.
Like sneakers and a cute bag to go with it, and I think that's sometimes a really cool look, and you pull it off very well.
Thank you. I try.
So I would say your look is like Instagram blogger.
That's how you would describe it?
But I can't explain it with a touch of Hana.
With the touch of me.
Yeah, because I don't think your personality is Instagram blogger. I don't think you're the type to be putting your life all over Instagram.
No, I'm not.
But I think the way, like, you definitely like to take fashion risks that pay off and look great. And I think you try to keep your look as exciting and as different and as awesome as possible, which I really, really admire.
Thank you. That made me feel so good. Thanks, Chevy. I really appreciate it. It's just so funny that you say that, because like every time when I put an outfit together and I put it on, I'm like, oh, this is like very Instagrammable. Like I would be like, I could totally see a blogger post this on their story as like the OOTD. So yeah, I like very put together clothing. Like I usually wear, I mean, it's the winter now, so I wear like a sweater, nice skirt, either straight or flary. And then either boots or sneakers with leggings and tights. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, should tell what I loved recently. I love doing this.
Yeah.
I got like a mock turtleneck.
Yes.
Where like it's like a crop top, sleeveless crop top with a full turtleneck, and I put it under like crew neck sweaters. And Brilliant. It is such a cute look. Like I love that look.
I love that.
I live in it.
That's such a cute look. They sell them in Zara, no, for cheap. They have like these really
I got them from Zara. I got it from Zara.
Brilliant. Zara's also.
I love Zara.
I was, not that I didn't like Zara, but every time I went in there, I just never found something I liked. And then recently when me and Racheli went to Zara, I got a few cute stuff that I actually really like.
Yeah, I love Zara. If I could put my style like into one store, like if I could wear one store style, it would be Zara.
Yeah, Zara has really good stuff.
I love Zara.
And also they're a lot cheaper than I expected them to be. They look much more high end, and then they have really good prices.
So you need to wait for a sale, because Zara not on sale is not worth it. And then 3 weeks later they're on sale, and then you could get the same thing that was $60 for $25.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how I shop. Like I shop on sales. I'm a cheap. I love looking. Like when there's a sale, it's not like regular shopping where you see the clothing. Like you have to look through every single rack. I love that. It's the thrill of the hunt, let me tell you.
Thrill of the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can check out last week's episode where Hana and I talked about our shopping preferences, the hunt versus the purchase.
Yes, exactly. So if you're curious about that, go to last episode. Okay, so moving on. We'll go to like more classics now. What's your favorite either like type of music, song?
Type of music? That's a good question. It depends on the mood. Like on Friday, I always try to listen to, Shabbos style music. I don't always get around to it, but just like to put myself in the Shabbos mood. But then if it's during the week, it really depends. Sometimes if I'm studying, I'll listen to like instrumental music, because that helps you stay focused and calm. But I also, low-key, I really love Israeli music.
Oh, you do love Israeli music.
I do. It's actually because I find that it's a really great way to learn Hebrew. If anyone is trying to improve their Hebrew, I find that just listening to Israeli music, if it's clean, you gotta make sure you find the good Israeli music. But music that's in Hebrew is a really good way to learn because it's just kind of going on subconsciously, so you don't have to focus too much. And then when you listen to the same song a couple of times, I find that each time I listen to it, I'm like, oh, I get that line, and then I get that line, and then it helps me learn Hebrew grammar, the way that they put it together. Also, like Hebrew slang, because you could learn the language, but that's not necessarily how people talk. So you learn how people talk in Hebrew, conversational.
Yeah.
So that's the mood.
So now I know how you became fluent in Hebrew.
I'm not fluent.
Hebrew music.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fluent, but I worked on.
You act like you're fluent.
I do. I talk with confidence. So
you do.
And I'm also good at accents and impressions, so it works.
Yeah, exactly.
If anyone wants to hear me speak Hebrew,
Chavi literally talks with so much confidence. Oh, yeah, it's like scary. Like I don't want to talk Hebrew when she's talking Hebrew.
No,
because you seem Israeli when you talk Hebrew.
Such a compliment. The best compliment is when I was in Israel and people used to be like, "Are you Israeli?" And I'd be like, "No, no." But speaking of no, Hana, what kind of music are you into? Hamilton. Broadway.
Oh yeah, okay. First, let me start with a disclaimer. Okay. I am not a music person.
True.
Like I know so many people love music, they listen to music whenever they can. Like I'm just not. I would rather either silence or a podcast. Like I love like listening to conversation or just like being with my own thoughts. Like I'm okay with that. Cool. And like sometimes I find music distracting, which is weird because I feel like I'm in the minority in that way.
So I think it depends. Music can be distracting. Sometimes when I'm studying, I'll have music on, and if I get to something that's important, I'll turn off the music so I can focus better. It can be distracting.
Yeah. So I don't listen to music when I'm studying. I don't listen to anything when I'm studying. Not even instrumental. Nothing. Silence. I know, right? Or even like some people when they like are just like chilling and hanging out, they just like lay down and put on music, or while they're doing something, put on music. Like I just music is not the first thing that comes to mind that I want to listen to.
Interesting.
But there is a but. Ooh. If like, of course, there is some music that I enjoy listening to. I love Broadway. Anything Broadway, I would listen to, especially Hamilton. I'm a fan. I was blasting Hamilton in my car today because I had to drive far, and I blasted Hamilton, and I was like yelling in my car. It was so much fun. Oh my god. Speaking, okay. Remember I told you I had a story to tell you and I wanted to save it for the podcast?
Yes. Okay, guys, before we started recording, Hana told me that she has a story and she's been waiting to tell me until we started recording the podcast because she wants a genuine reaction out of me. So
yeah, well, it's not like, I don't mean to hype it up. It's not that exciting of a story.
Okay. So we're going to hype it now, and then we're going to tell it.
Well, I'm not hyping it up. It's really not an exciting story.
Fine.
But I just wanted to tell you because it's something that happened today. Basically, today I had to drive like to Roosevelt Field area, and that's like 19 miles away from here. So I drove there, blasting Hamilton. I had a great time chilling with myself. And then for all those that don't know, I have an electric car. She's amazing. Her name is Carly. I love her. She gets me places. But she's a little bit old. Like, people have their time. Cars have their time. She is a little bit old. And she's one of the first electric cars that came out. So, when she first came out, the maximum amount of miles that she could go, like, on one charge was probably around, like, 100, 120. But now, since it's, like, a little old and she's a little bit, like, used, the maximum she could go is about, like, 45.
Okay, so to clarify, that's not the speed that the car goes. That's how many miles until it needs to be recharged.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for that.
Yeah, the first time that you told me that, I got confused. I was like, if you can only go 40 miles an hour, then how do you take the car anywhere? But it means that she can drive up to 40 miles until the car needs to be charged again. So anyone else who didn't know that, just clarifying. Okay, cool.
Thanks for the clarification, Chavi. So the maximum it could go is like 45 now on a good day.
Wow.
Yes, which is not that far if you think about it. So I needed to drive to Roosevelt Field, which is about like 18, 19 miles. And my car could drive like 40 miles. So I'm like, okay, we're good. Doing great. I drove there and we were doing good, blasting Hamilton, and did my stuff, parked, did my stuff, then got back into the car. I turn on the car and it says that I only have 14 miles left.
Oh no.
And I look at my Google Maps and it says that it's a 19-mile drive home.
Shoot.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it home. I am gonna be stuck on the side of the road. What am I gonna do? I was freaking out. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like walk home and leave my car here. So
it would only be like 2 miles to walk.
No, it would be like 4.
Okay, that's still pretty bad.
Yeah. So, but that's also with like leaving my car on the side of the road.
Sure.
So I get in the car and I'm so nervous. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it home. And the cool thing about my car is that she has like a regular drive mode, and then she has like an eco mode, which is where I don't know the science behind it. Like I really don't ask me, but it's a way that when you drive, it like generates more power. So it creates more miles that you could go farther.
Very sticky.
So then I put my car in eco mode. I'm like, okay, with eco mode, I'm going to be able to make it home. I changed it to eco mode and it still said 14 miles. So I'm like, okay, we'll just see how far I can make it.
Let's just drive.
So doing this with eco mode and trying to reach the maximum amount of miles that I could go, I can't use anything in my car. Like I can't use heat, I can't use seat warmer, I can't use music, I can't plug in my phone, I can't do anything because I need all the electricity to go. So I was shivering in my car.
Poor Hana.
Well, also total side note, the heater in my car doesn't work anyway. Okay. So I usually have like the seat heater and the steering wheel heater, but those I couldn't turn on. So it was also dead silent. You just hear the
Also, because the car's electric, there's no engine, so there's no noise.
Dead silent. You just hear like it sounds like a computer, like you know, like when a computer's like overloading and it goes like
Yes.
So it was like that the entire time. And it's very anxiety inducing, let me tell you, when you don't have enough miles to go home. So I start my drive and I'm just like driving and like I'm looking between my Google Maps and my car and like finally it like matches up where I have 15 miles left and it says 15 miles on my car. I'm like, okay, great. We're gonna make it home.
We're good.
I reached 10 miles and I have 10 miles left to go and it says 10 miles on my car. And all of a sudden it starts like flashing signs. It's like, okay, you have 9 miles left. 9 miles left. How far do you need to go? Because you have only 9 miles left. And I was so nervous because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it home. I'm not gonna make it home. I'm gonna have to walk. I'm gonna have to get my car towed. And then I keep going and like my entire dashboard is going crazy because it's just like flashing everywhere. It's like, you're gonna be stuck. You can't go. And I was so nervous because it was also so quiet. I couldn't like my also my phone was about to die. My phone was on 12%.
Oh my gosh.
Which was also not helping at all.
Oh, that's scary.
And I'm going and going. And I'm like on Peninsula Boulevard. I'm heading home. I have 4 miles left. And finally, I make it to my driveway.
Oh.
I pull into my driveway with 4 miles left in my car, which is crazy.
It's like a Hanukkah miracle.
Yeah, it was actually insane that I made it home. And I made it home. I turned off my car. I like said a paragraph to him to thank Hashem. And I plugged in my car. And like, you don't understand, the entire way home, my heart was racing. It was a really, really crazy situation. So that's my story that I meant to tell you. Yeah. That's
crazy. If I had been in the car with you, I think I would have bugged.
Yeah, I think I was bugging really hard.
Yeah, so I'm just picturing you like bundled up in your coat, driving in dead silence.
Yeah, it was like my huge coat, and I was just like in my car. It was really scary. It's okay. I made it home. Baruch Hashem.
I'm glad you made it home and that
and
you
then
didn't.
I plugged in my car and I plugged in my phone right away.
Yeah. So first of all, that's a weird statement. I plugged in my car. Side note.
Yeah, I mean that's normal for me. I have to plug in my car.
Okay, not all of us are as fancy as you, Miss Hana with the Carly car plug-in car thingy. Okay.
Yeah, I have a fancy schmancy car. It's really not fancy schmancy. It's a cute little one. It's a Nissan Leaf.
Cute little fancy schmancy car.
Yeah. Love her.
Baruch Hashem.
Yeah, so that's my story.
That's your story?
Thanks for your honest reaction.
Oh my gosh, anytime. You know how much I love giving an honest reaction.
Yeah, your honest live reaction. Okay, so we could continue with our favorites. That was not my favorite moment in my life, but I definitely learned a lot.
I'm really proud of you that you learned so much.
Thank you.
All right, Hana, what
Yeah.
kind of shampoo and conditioner do you use?
That's a fabulous question. I'm a hardcore Pantene girl.
Ooh,
I use Pantene shampoo, Pantene conditioner.
Pantene.
That's it.
That's
Pantene
it.
all the way. I've been using Pantene for years, and it's just good for my hair.
Listen, do your thing.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, it's not such a simple answer.
Okay.
When I was in,
I didn't know it was gonna be so complicated. A shampoo and conditioner.
no, Hana, I have a very long answer because I'll tell you, you and I have different hair types. Your hair's a lot.
Oh, we have very different hair types.
Your hair is a lot more cooperative. Mine is a lot more frizzy, curly, knotty, frustrating.
Yeah, thank God I have really cooperative hair.
Yeah, so Baruch Hashem, Hana's got the easy hair life. We all have our struggles.
We all have our struggles. Baruch Hashem, hair is not one of them.
Yeah, so
for me,
hair Baruch Hashem is my struggle. So when I was in high school and in Israel, I was very set that I only used Dove. I only used Dove shampoo. I only used Dove body wash, Dove conditioner, because their stuff is very gentle, and I always have very sensitive skin and sensitive life and whatever. So I was like, only using Dove. That's the story. And then now I realize that I have very curly hair, and I have to start finding out ways to keep it calm. Otherwise, it's just this giant, poofy, fluffy mess.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been experimenting. I'm currently using a brand called, first I tried different Doves. Like the Dove has different like defrizzifying and decurlifying and for straight hair and this hair. So I tried like their different variations. I realized that my hair was still just as puffy as ever. So now I'm using a brand, it's called Maui.
Maui? Like Moana?
Yeah, like Moana, like Maui from Moana. So it's spelled M-A-U-I. So I think it's pronounced Maui. And it's the orange bottle. So it's specifically for curly hair.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool. But then I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. And then I saw a thing on Instagram that said that the brand Maui is not good for your hair. So I was like, I don't know.
You can't believe everything you see on the internet, Javi.
I know. So then I was telling myself.
Especially Instagram.
I was like,
come on.
I know. You're right. I was telling myself, don't trust strangers on the internet because just because someone says something doesn't mean it's true. But they very much got in my head. They really got to me because this girl on Instagram was saying how it's bad for your scalp and all the stuff in there is harmful chemicals and it's not good for you. And I didn't want to believe her, but she very much got in my head. I couldn't shake it.
Javi, I'm rolling my eyes at you.
I know. I can't, you roll your eyes at me. Like I'm ashamed.
I'm rolling my eyes really hard.
I'm ashamed because I found a hair product that I like and I use it, and someone that I never met before who has no credentials told me not to use it.
Don't let her influence you. Use your hair product.
I don't know, man. So I'll tell you. I was talking to another friend of mine, and she was telling me about this thing called Function of Beauty. It's
I heard about this.
Yeah. So for anyone who knows what Function of Beauty is, you're so cool. Thanks for coming. For anyone
I heard it on Colleen Ballinger's podcast. It's one of her sponsors.
Ooh, Colleen Ballinger.
Colleen Ballinger. I love Colleen Ballinger.
Speaking
of favorites, I think she's my favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, but hold on. Next we're gonna talk about YouTubers.
Okay, fine.
So I went to Target, and my friend was telling me that she went to Target and got Function of Beauty and that she really likes it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna try something new. So I went to Target today. I got a Function of Beauty base for not coily curly hair, but for curly hair, like and then I got 3, like the way the Function of Beauty works is you pick a base and then you pick 3 little pods and that are specific for different hair treatment thingies. So I got one that's supposed to defrizz, one that's supposed to strengthen your hair, and one that's supposed to like deep condition your scalp or something. So then you mix it into the base shampoo conditioner bottle, and then you like customize shampoo for yourself. That's whole
really
behind
cool.
It's cool. It's a little.
You're gonna
expensive.
have to keep me updated on this.
Yeah,
I want to learn about your hair journey.
Okay, I'm gonna keep all of Project Ice Coffee updated on my hair journey.
Please, I mean, keep me at least. I'm so curious.
For sure. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I bought it today. Just got back from Target. So next time I wash my hair, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes.
Okay, I'm really curious to see how that goes.
It's gonna be a great shtick.
Yeah.
Speaking of great shtick, Hana.
Yeah.
Tell us about your favorite YouTuber, Miss Ballinger.
I love Colleen Ballinger. So Colleen Ballinger is she plays a character. Her name is Miranda Sings, for all of you who don't know.
Not anymore. Didn't she retire, Miranda Sings?
No.
Oh,
Miranda Sings is still a thing. I'm not a fan of Miranda. Like, I don't follow her. Like, I don't enjoy her videos. But Colleen, like, I watch her daily vlogs. Like, I love them so much. She's so cute. She's so real. And her family, like, she vlogs her son and her husband, and it's so cute. Aww. She has such a cute family, and she's just like, she seems like such a good mom and such a cute person. And she's so real. Like, she's so real about like life and the pandemic. Like, she's just like, a lot of influencers are like not really caring about the pandemic. They're like, oh, wear a mask, but then like they go to Barbados. Like, no. She's like quarantining and she's being super real about it. So I just appreciate that. And she just talks about it and she talks about life things. Like, I really like her. She's just like a good human being and I like her videos.
All right. I'm happy to hear.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that Colleen Ballinger is doing good things in this world.
Yeah, I really like her. So I listen to her podcast. It's called Relax, which it's a really cute podcast. Relax. It's with her and her husband, Eric.
She would have a podcast called Relax.
Yeah, it's really cute. I highly recommend.
All right, I'm gonna check her out.
Yeah, so like for me, instead of listening to music while I'm doing like my art homework, I listen to Relax or Office Ladies or any other podcast.
Do you want to tell everyone about your art homework for this week?
I don't think people care.
I care.
So we're just gonna skip it. I showed it to you. We're just not gonna talk about my art homework. Javi, what's your favorite YouTuber?
Oh, fine. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really watch YouTubers all that much. That's not really my shtick.
Me neither. I don't like browse on YouTube or like follow a ton of YouTubers. I literally only watch Colleen and sometimes James Charles because I like his makeup routines.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Hana and Racheli sat me down and made me watch a James Charles vlog.
We did. It's true.
He's
very funny. He has very entertaining videos.
I guess. I will say that I admire his makeup tutorial and stuff. Like he does.
He's crazy talented.
Crazy talented. And even when he does just a simple basic makeup look, I really do admire the way that he does.
Yeah, he's very good.
Stuff. I don't know how much I like enjoy watching him. You know, whoever does call it a vote personally.
Yeah, I'm not like a major fan or like support him, but like he entertains me. Like his entertainment is entertaining.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Usually if I'm going on YouTube, so I don't know if I think I mentioned it a couple of times. I'm a dancer and I love dancing. That's definitely my hobby. And so if I'm ever going on YouTube, it's usually to watch other people dancing. That's usually what we're doing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I just like to get inspiration from other people. There's one guy named Matt Stefanina. He's a really good dancer. Another guy named Jay Kodish. There's this girl named Casey Rice. She's a very talented dancer. So if any of our followers are involved in the dance world and who know the names I'm dropping, you know that these guys are awesome. They're very talented. If you don't know the names I'm dropping, go look them up. Very talented people out there, and that's what I do.
Yeah, they're super cool. Even though I don't really watch them, but like I've seen Javi watch them.
Yeah.
they have cool dances. Their dances are like very satisfying.
Yeah, they're very
satisfying cool. To watch.
It's also cool to watch because like I've been to some of those studios, so to watch like other people and then like
Javi is so cool. She went to the dance studios that are on YouTube.
I know. It's pretty cool. It
is pretty cool. Yeah, not gonna lie, it is pretty cool.
I feel sticky. Also, if I'm going on YouTube, sometimes it's to watch a cooking or a baking tutorial.
Oh, tea. Okay, fine. That makes sense.
This one time, it was so fun. Me and my friend, we made homemade pasta and we followed.
That's so cool. I just made homemade pasta once.
Really?
Yeah.
Twins.
In like the beginning of quarantine.
Yeah. Okay. So this wasn't in quarantine. This was in high school. And we found this video on YouTube of this girl just talking about different types of flour and different types of eggs that you can use. And we made homemade pasta and it was really good and it was really fun.
Yum. Yeah, homemade pasta is really good. It took so much time though.
Oh my gosh, it takes forever.
It takes forever. So if you're gonna make homemade pasta, like save some time for that. But I highly recommend it. It's really yum.
It's really, oh my gosh, honey, you could do that tomorrow.
I could do that tomorrow. You're right. Maybe I will.
The secret goal of this episode of the podcast is to find activities for Hana to do on President's Day.
That's a call.
Right? It's a call. Should I pick up? Call.
Yeah, you should pick up. Speaking of that's a call, I think the next thing we should talk about is our phrases.
Ooh, yes.
So like mine is that's a call.
That's a call. That is something you say a lot.
I say that all the time.
That's definitely a phrase. That's a call.
I also say you're so right.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're so right.
I think that's a phrase that's too generic for you to be able to claim it as your own.
Fine. Fine.
Like that's something everyone says a lot.
Yeah. So I guess mine is that's a call. Do I say anything else?
You say OT.
OT. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. OT.
It's not just T, like it's OT.
Yeah, with that intonation, like OT.
Yeah, OT. Yeah, I do say that. What about you?
When I was in high school, we said this already in the podcast, but my phrase was definitely 5 points. I said that all the time. I haven't said
5 points.
I haven't said that in a very long time.
I know. I'm trying to think. I also haven't been with you, so like I don't know what you say.
That's true. I know. And Stern, I don't really know if I have a phrase. I mean, all the time I'll say yeah, taco, which when we were in high school, like our grade used to say, just to clarify for everyone listening, we used to say "yeah, Taka" a lot just after everything, and now I say it to girls in Stern, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, you weren't there.
You weren't there. How do you not understand?"
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
The one thing that I have been saying a lot, for any of our fans who watch New Girl, I love New Girl.
I love New Girl. Oh my gosh.
So there's this one episode of New Girl where this character Nick is talking to this character Schmidt, and Schmidt's trying to explain something to Nick, and Nick's just not getting it. So every 4 seconds he goes, "What do you mean?" You guys also have to see the face I'm making. You like tuck your
it's a specific face.
You like tucking your chin and you look very confused and you go, "What do you mean?" There's a few people in Stern that specifically know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you have to know the show. You can't just do it randomly.
Yeah, but the thing is, I do it randomly, and if people get it or not, if they get it, they laugh. If not, then it just sounds like I'm saying, "What do you mean?" and just being slightly socially off.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so I think for favorite show right now, I mean, The Office is like always a favorite show, but New Girl, like I think that's my favorite, like for now.
New Girl's way too good. It's just so funny.
Good. So, Javi, I don't know if I think you know this about me, but I'm actually curious if other people do this. So, like, can you please let us know? We'll actually put a poll on our stories. I'm not talking about specifically for The Office. I specifically do it for The Office. But I know The Office so well. I've watched it 5 times. I know it so well that I put it on in the background as a podcast. Like, I don't even watch it. I just listen to it, and I know it so well that I have it playing in my head. So I just put it in the background of whatever that I'm doing, and I know what's going on. I'm playing it in my head as a podcast. So I'm really curious if other people do that, whether it's for The Office or other shows that they know very well, or is it just me? Am I weird that I do that?
Okay, I don't think it's weird that you do that. I think it makes sense. I think it's also the natural progression of when you know a show so well and you've watched it so many times, but you still love it so much, so you just naturally go to this place of like it's just playing in the background, it's just there.
Yeah, but I don't watch it for enjoyment anymore. Like I don't watch it like on my TV like before I go to bed if I want to watch a show. I only watch it as a podcast.
That's really funny.
That's literally all I do.
I don't know. I honestly have not met anyone who does that. I'm gonna be
so I guess I'm unique. Okay, we'll put a poll. I'm really curious about this.
We'll put a poll. We'll see. I mean, it depends. My current show right now is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that's also a really good one.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. For any of our fans who watch it, please tell me that some of our fans out there watch that show because it is so funny. I laugh so loud.
It's such a funny show. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's a good show.
That's great. So what happened with that show is that it was on Netflix in Israel. So I started watching it in Israel, but not on Netflix in America. So
that's annoying.
It's annoying, but now I got Hulu and it's on Hulu. So
it's on Hulu.
Right. So I couldn't remember what I was up to. So I started watching from a random season and I'm currently rewatching it without remembering it too much. So now I kind of leave it on in the background and I'll leave it on and then I'll like do stuff that I need to do. So I do.
That's an amazing show. Yeah, so that you do.
But I don't know if I don't think
if you're watching it for the first time, like you need to pay attention.
Yes and no. I find with shows like sitcoms, like 20-minute sitcom type shows, I don't feel the need to like focus, you know? I don't know.
Oh, that's so interesting. Because if it's the first or second time that I'm watching it, like I focus and watch it.
Oh, fine. Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll actually watch it and focus, but most of the time it's just kind of playing. Like it's just funny. It's in the background.
Yeah. So New Girl it's the first time that I'm watching it now. I'm already up to the last season. So that I like sit down and watch it. But that's gonna become a show that I'm gonna play in the background. But like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec, I've watched so many times that I put it on the background. Because now The Office is not on Netflix anymore. So I can't put it on the background. So now I can bring up because it's on Hulu.
You can't bring up such sad, depressing things like The Office not being on Netflix during the podcast.
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry to do that to you.
How am I supposed to continue being a peppy puppy and continue the podcast when you talk about how they took The Office off Netflix and now I can't watch it anymore?
Well, maybe let's talk about something that's more peppy puppy.
Yeah, let's move on to something more peppy puppy because I can't talk about it. It's too sad. It's just too sad.
Okay, Javi, it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
This one I wanted to do. What is your favorite quote?
My favorite quote. I think this is a really good one to end off on.
Yeah, Hana and I are both very much into quotes. Very much our thing, and I think this will be a good little ribbon to put on this episode.
Exactly. I love quotes. I have like a whole Pinterest board of it. I have them hanging up in my room. We have them all over my house. And I go through phases with different quotes, but I think right now it has to be from a sheer that I listened to by Rav Gav, who's incredible. And I wrote it down on a Post-it note, and I have it hanging up right by my desk. So the quote is, you should never worry about something that you can change, but you should also never worry about something that you cannot change.
Wow. I like that a lot.
Which, like, if you think about it, it's so practical and it makes so much sense.
It's very true.
So I really love that quote, and I feel like in this time where like I've been having like a lot of negative thoughts and anxiety through the pandemic, because it's like lonely and there are really sad moments.
Yeah.
So I just have that hanging up next to my desk because there are things that I can't control and there are things that I can control, and that's just a really, really good reminder.
Yeah.
Of that Hashem is in control and that I just need emunah bitachon, and zahu.
It's a beautiful quote. Honestly,
thank you.
It's very well said.
Yeah, he's incredible, Rav Gav. He everything literally, like, there are certain speakers. I mean, all speakers are amazing, but there are certain speakers that every single word that comes out of their mouth like is a quote that you should just like write down.
So true, by the way. So true.
And those speakers are amazing. So Javi, what's your quote to end off this episode? Your favorite?
My quote to end off this episode. I honestly have a lot of quotes that I really do love.
Yeah. I know it's hard to choose.
Really hard to choose. So I will say that I have a friend who is a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And she made me this really awesome notepad. Her name is Adina Hyman. If you guys want to check her out on Instagram, she goes by Endless Designs Media on Instagram.
Yeah, she's really cool.
She has great stuff. So she made me this notepad, and it's like a personalized notepad, and then on the top of each sheet is a different quote. Like I gave her a bunch of my favorite quotes, and she used the same 20 over and over to make like a 50-page notepad or something. So the one that I'm looking at now, it's not necessarily my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. I don't know who said it, but it's take the day not all at once, but step by step, which I think is just really important because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like I have so many things that I have to get done, and I'm just like, I get really panicked because if I don't get everything done all at once, that I just start to freak out, and then I end up getting nothing done. And I think it's a much more healthy mindset to go into the day and to say, do one thing, another thing. You could ask my roommate. I make a list at the start of every day.
Yeah.
She laughs at me. That. Yeah. She sometimes laughs at me because I'll also put like free time on the schedule. I make like a list of the schedule every day.
Free time.
Yeah. But like, it just makes me feel better that I put down like, wake up, daven, eat something, have this class, take a break, eat my lunch.
Yeah.
Self-care.
Self-care is important.
It's true. So take the day, not all at once, but step by step. And it's makes for a much more healthier, calmer lifestyle, in my opinion.
That's really beautiful. Thank you, Javi.
Well,
and thank you guys for listening to this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this schmoozy episode because we really wanted to try something new for all of you. And we wanted to take in your suggestions. So let us know by DMing us or emailing us if you like this better, or if you want to go back to the more structured, deep, intense moments. Maybe we'll try to switch off with some of both. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this schmoozy episode today. I feel like we really just like got to catch up because we haven't spoken in a while.
It's true. I had a lot of fun doing this style episode. If you guys like this style, if you want to hear us talk about something different, if you want to hear us do a different structured kind of episode, you can DM us on Instagram at Project Ice Coffee. You can shoot us an email at Project Ice Coffee Podcast. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and all other major podcasting platforms. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.